Welcome to Roll for Effort.
Welcome.
I'm here tonight with Grandmaster, Dungeon Master, Mythweaver, Joe Sterling, and I am Jason Scranton, and thank you for coming to Roll for Effort.
Yes.
We'd like to take a quick moment to give a shout out and send our thoughts and prayers out to all those affected by the tragedy that is besetting our globe right now with the COVID-19 pandemic. So I fervently hope that you are happy and healthy and your family is, and that you are not horribly affected by this tragedy. And if you are, thoughts and prayers.
Yes. Yeah. Big time. Sending out all the love, guys. Yeah. But speaking of this pandemic, it is a tragedy, and we have to maintain these distances, between peoples to help kind of combat the spread. So how do we go about running games in this when we can't sit around a live table face to face? What is all this online gaming people are talking about? How do we do that, man?
Yeah. So last week we talked about how to find groups for online play. This week, let's talk about how do we actually use online play, right? How do we set up a game? And I personally recommend Roll20.
Yep. Unpaid, but we love it, so that's why we're hyping it.
Yep. This is not a promotion. We're doing this because we think that this is the safest way to do this. So, go to Google, type in Roll20, and Uncle Google is your friend. It is the ultimate authority, and it will direct you to this website. You should see this when it comes up. Right here, click in the wrong space. Right here, there's a create account button. You're going to go there, you're going to click on it, and when you do that, sorry, I got lots of little clips here. It's going to go away, and in its place, you're going to get this. And as you can see, it is very unevasive. All you need to do is give them your name and your email address and create a password. You can opt in for the newsletter or not. I don't think it's very evasive from my experience, so I think I'm opted in.
Yeah, I'm also opted in.
Yeah, agree to their terms and conditions, as in you're not going to blow up the internet and use it for evil, and then you're good to go, right? You click the create account. They have 3 different kinds of accounts.
Mm-hmm.
And they're pretty awesome.
Yeah.
These guys are amazing, right? So I started off myself with a free account with this guy. And
same here.
Yep, 100 megabytes of storage. And if you want to be really super ninja about how you maintain your account, you can totally run a game off of that much. I mean, just to give you an idea, we have the 88 tokens. We have 88 free tokens available through our Facebook group right now. If you go and sign up there, you can get access to those. That whole token set, I think, takes up like 6 megabytes.
Yeah, less than 7, 6 point something.
Yeah.
Less than 7 megabytes
so
out of that.
You could very reasonably run a game with your friends through Roll20 on a free account. It's not that big of a deal. And it comes with all the features that you see here listed below. The memory is the one that is the most important thing. Or, if you want to start contributing, if you find that you like it, you can start contributing, and you can start doing the larger size accounts. I'm a pro member, personally, but I mean, I have literally hundreds of hours logged playing on Roll20. So I get my money's worth out of it, that's for damn sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm climbing up with a couple hundred hours already, a few hundred hours.
Yeah. So we're here just talking about the basics. All right. So that's how you create an account and you get here. Now, what do you do when you get here?
Free.
Yeah,
folks.
I'm going to open up. So Joe won't be able to see this, but I'm going to open up sort of a little mini web browser, my web browser here. I'm going to exit this game we have going. And go to my sort of home page here. So once you've gotten it, so you might have got a bunch of games here because I Oh, look, and there's my hours played. I have 2,554 hours played.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of
So,
hours.
a lot of games there. Like, how, being someone new into this, how do we go about starting a game? Like, I'm fresh. I just came in. I just, created the login, and now I got this group. I just figured out how to get this group last week, and like, we need somewhere to go. How do I set this game up?
Right. So, if you're a player, you're going to get a link from your Dungeon Master, and you will just click on it, and it will take you to the right page. It will connect you with the game, and when you go into the game, it'll look like this, right? So this is our Bad Moon game, and you'll have this button here. It'll say Launch Game. You click that, you're in. Right.
Yep.
So let me back out of that. Let me go back to the home thing. If you're a Dungeon Master, you then instead you say Create New Game. Right. So I click this Create New Game link, and it loads. And you name your game. So, Awesome Rat Catchers.
Ooh, that already sounds like a game I want to play.
Yep.
Because now I'm already picturing were-rats or something bestial that flip that, oh, we're just catching rats. No, you are being hunted by rats now.
Yeah, and this is we're just going to talk about the basics today. They have tags here. The tags are, if you want to make this game available for random people on Roll20 to join your game, you can do that. So next, go down here, and then they have modules and things they sell. And if you buy one of these modules, you can literally just click on one of these things, and it will load maps from those modules into the game. It's very nice. It's very fleshed out. I don't use these because I mostly build my own games, but there it is.
That is a quick and easy way right there, is grab one of those packs, support those creators, and you have all of the maps ready to go.
Yeah, and as you can see, there's a ton of them they have here just on a sort of optional set for the marketplace. And they have a very extensive, nice marketplace. A good, cool part about that marketplace, too, is if you buy your maps and tokens for the marketplace, and they're typically pretty cheap, like $5 for a set of maps, right? Or $5 for a set of tokens. When you do that, they are available in the game, and they will not use up that 100 megabyte limit you have. Right? They do not take up space in that, so that's a really nice way to get around that if you want to stay free and just, spend money on the creators themselves. Optional character sheet. I think this one is probably the most important thing you can set up here. If you are playing 5th edition's Dungeons & Dragons, you can start typing in 5e, and as you can see, there are a bunch of 5e sheets that are available in Chinese and all kinds of places.
And a lot of those have a built-in, rolling function where you can click the ability or attribute score that you're trying to use, and it will automatically roll for you, which can be really handy, especially if you're getting into it and just learning everything.
Yes, yeah. Or you can keep your character sheets offline. You don't have to use this function. It's there. It's nice. I personally like to use it because it has this in it. And there's other sheets here, right? Like anything you can think of, right? So let's type ICRPG. Oh, none found. That seems wrong, because I think that there actually is an ICRPG
Yeah,
sheet.
I think it might be under Index. I think it might be under Index Card RPG.
There it is.
Might be fully spelled,
Here's 3 of them. 3 different Index Card RPG sheets. So, there you go. I like this workshop one. I'm familiar with it. It gives you a little preview down here. Shows you exactly what it'll look like in the game.
And another benefit with that, if you're using the in-game sheet, you're not going to lose it.
Yeah.
It's there. It stays right there. You don't have to worry about, dang, I don't remember where I put my character sheet from last week.
Yeah. So, very handy. Alright, so, I know this video's already running long, so I'm just going to hit you guys with the pure basics here. So you click, I'm ready, create a game. It's going to load. You can put in an image here. See this little button here? This is where you can invite players. So if I click this, I can either type in their email address, or I can copy the share link and send that share link to them for them to click on, and it will bring them right to this game page.
Yep.
Yep. there's so much more to this. We're gonna definitely be spending more time in Roll20 on how to use it. But just to get yourself started, you're gonna hit launch game. Right? You're gonna go and either take a map that you have, and you're gonna load it in here, and you can literally take and open up your file folder and drag and drop the image in here. I have a bunch of assets that I've purchased over the years, so I have no end of stuff. Like, if I want to take and grab, and show like a countryside map here, I've got a countryside map that I'm dropping down. And by default, it's going to have this feature on called grids. Right? Spread your map out there. And if you right-click it, it's set up with 3 different layers. So this is your pointer. This lets you grab stuff. This next box over here in the corner, this is your objects. A map layer, a token layer, and a Game Master layer. Things that are in the Game Master layer will be hidden. And
players will not be able to see it, although you will be able to see it as the Game Master.
Right. And so once you drop your image in here, you can right-click it, and you can select what layer you want it to go to. Right? So take your map, put it in the back, that way it won't interfere with the tokens. So that when you go and you grab a token, let's say if I grab this 3-headed Cerberus dog, and I put this in here, and player tokens can work the same way. You want to leave that on the token layer. If you wanted something hidden, you would of course send it to the Game Master layer by right-clicking and clicking Game Master. When you double-click the tokens, you get a bunch of properties. And this is where you can say, this is dog, right? And show nameplate. You click that, and that will make it so that when you're done, and you can say controlled by. Quick hit tip, I always just say controlled by all players. That way anybody on the board can grab it and move it around, because I don't worry about my players messing with things too much. And it'll save you a lot of time in trying to have to customize this and that. These bars over here, you can set them to different things. Like if I know this is 10 hit points, I can say 10 of 10. Mm-hmm. Let's say I know it has an armor class of 13, I can put a 13 in here on this blue one. And maybe it has, a potion I want to remember about. I can drop a 1 here to say it's got 1 potion.
And those spaces there, they are also accessible without opening that sub menu as well.
Yes.
Which I don't want to get too far ahead from where Jason's at there, but it will be shown.
Yeah, and there's advanced features. I mean, there's so much here, guys. That, like I said, this is something that we're just crash coursing you on how to get in the game, how to set it up,
scratching the surface.
We're going to be spending a lot more time in this on how to do this. So, and you've got game notes here. You can put notes down here. Let's say you know that this is secretly a beautiful princess in polymorph. Right? And so if you end up with a really complicated game with thousands of these tokens here and there, that way you can remember what's going on with them. And boom! And look at that! It even put a little health bar above the token when I said it had 10 of 10 health.
Indeed.
Yeah, so this is the bare bones basics. This is how you set it up. When you click this little page here, this gives you more pages, and you can start adding in more pages. You can make as many pages as you want. And they also have their own property menus where you can turn things on and off, like the grid and fog of war.
And that could be helpful, so you can set up your first map, that countryside map. You can set that up, and they're going into X location next. So, like Jason's showing you, on that top page, you create a new page there, that top menu, and load your next map in, so you'll be able to just move your players right on over after they've cleared the first space.
Yeah. Anyway, this is just the bare bones, guys. This is the touch of the surface. As you can see, there are all kinds of different things here that you can explore and use. And when you invite players in, if you scroll down here on this little gear icon, you go to the bottom, you can tell it that you want to use you can do your audio and video through Roll20. It will support all of that. I personally recommend using a third-party client to do your audio and video because sometimes Roll20 will freeze or crash, especially if you're using Google Chrome because it uses a lot of memory space. But it is available and it is usable and it totally will work, aside from the minor annoyance of having to refresh from time to time. And they're working on improving all that technology. So by the time, so check it out. Make your own decision when you get this because you might see this 10 years from now and be like, it works great. What are you talking about? You're a jerk. At the time of this video, there are some issues, but I'm sure that they will improve.
I've never had a problem with the 3D holographic visuals. What are they talking about?
Yeah. So you can adjust all these however you wish. But this is it. This is the bare bones basics. This is how you make it work. And that's really all we have time to cover tonight. So we're gonna good talk. We're gonna leave it there.
And we will dive deeper into that, folks.
Yeah.
So stay tuned.
Yeah, and Roll20 has amazing. If you don't want to wait for us to make tutorials, if you actually go to YouTube, you will find a glorious number of Roll20 tutorials out there on almost any subject you can think of, and they're very good. In fact, Taking 20 has a series on it that are particularly extensive.
Yeah, it goes through a lot of stuff in that series.
A lot of it. I mean, if you've got the time to spend on it, go ahead and check those out. But we're going to be touching on it more and more as we go here. At least how we choose to use Roll20 and what we find most useful about it.
Okay. And we're a little lazy. We do it a very kind of slick and easy way.
Yes, that's true, right? And that's like for example, setting the token so that all players can control it. I mean, that's kind of the lazy man way of just saying, like, I don't have to worry about setting up character sheets because you could do that, right? Those character sheets we made.
Mm-hmm.
You can set up the individual character sheet and just really get into it. Once you create it, you've got the sheet, attributes, all this other fancy stuff. Anyway, we're gonna get sidetracked.
We take the tip of paper sheet at home.
Yeah.
Just run the game and have fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, stay tuned for more. We're gonna keep plugging away at this. We're gonna chop through a lot of these basics to get you set up to run the games yourselves, so you guys can sit down around your computers and be together apart.
Yeah. And let us know what things in Roll20 you are particularly interested in learning. Let us know if there's a different online gaming system that you use, which you think is even better than Roll20. I want to hear about it. Joe wants to hear about it. Our viewers, I'm sure, will be interested in hearing about it. So tell us that. We would appreciate it. Thank you. Good evening. Have a great time, and please, please, please stay safe during this turbulent time. Stay at home, wash them hands whenever you're out and about, and take care of your family. So,
indeed.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks.
Have a great night, folks.
Subscribe. You have a great night.
I feel like we need a theme song.
I know. Well, it played like a theme song, kind of.